times. But as we said, they wouldn't have picked it if they didn't have some sort of magic up their sleeves.
Well, the statistic that really matters right now is that 67% of Twitch chat think that Fluxo is taking this map. We're rooting on the underdog tonight, it seems, and can you really call them an underdog with a 6-0 record so far in the group stages? But here it is, folks. Map 1 of ESL Impact South America. It is the final day. It's do or die for Fluxo versus FURIA.
It is indeed, and I am liking this early mid presence. Sensei is going to have to be careful. Mo's down too, however, with the Julie's putting both of those guns to work there. Yungher trying to find something, anything to bite back, but all of their team just dismantled already.
I do love the Julies. Love to see them pop through there and popping straight out into mid. 3 players get absolutely decimated. Bomb will at least get planted, so a little bit of extra cash here for Fluxo. But with 2 players left alive, the chances of maintaining control of this round, slim to none. If they can get a couple of kills for themselves, just get a little bit of that extra cash where available.
And they're trying to find something, and actually they're finding quite a lot here. Yungher has just got to keep going as well. Taps away, gets one more, and now it's a 1v1 from 5-2, and now they clutch out the rounds. What a pistol round, what a comeback from Yungher. Keeping it calm, keeping it collected, and against every single one of the odds. That is a pistol round in their favor.
I'm glad somebody was calm. I was not calm. That was unreal. Okay, look, they give her a lot of ones, but like, she should not be able to get these so consistently, one after another. That is unprecedented. Genuinely, I thought, okay, cool, bomb down, 4 versus 2, cool, go next. No. Fluxo, not willing to give up, and this is massive for their economy because, of course, FURIA, no money to spend into this round.
They are just likely going to have a quiet one here, concede that second round, the conversion over away to Fluxo. Maybe try get a little bit of cheeky damage. If they can steal away a weapon, that's always beneficial, but they're all stacked over towards this site, and it does in fact look like that is where Fluxo wants to head themselves.
Gamble stack may yet pay off. The execute already in. Ana-X, tip of the spear, hasn't found anything just yet. Will get flashed out, but still survives. FURIA not willing to push these smokes just yet. So we'll get a little bit of smoke spray. Still no kills conceded.
Look at where Gabs is, though. Gabs is a nice little position that might come in handy later on in the round. But in the meantime, Ana-X and Poppins doing it all. Mowing down anyone that dares to stay on this site of theirs. And that bomb's going to go down. We talked about Gabs maybe having that little bit of a presence in the background, but it's too late. Everyone else already gone 1v5, and there is absolutely no shot at this one.
Oh, if they could have just gotten a couple of kills, 1 or 2, just to hurt the economy a little bit, but unfortunately not going to be allowed to happen. And it's a flawless round here from Fluxo, taking them up to 2-0. Now, of course, this will be their bonus. And they only have to, I mean, actually they don't have to reinvest at all. They got low, so maybe a little bit, obviously they have to reinvest into armor and util and stuff like that. But guns carry over pretty darn easily. And it's FURIA now who are going to be forcing into this. It's full buy. It's 2 FAMASs though. FAMAI, did we get a consensus on that?
I think we all just agreed, like gentleman's agreement, to call it FAMAI because it sounds cool.
Fair enough.
I think that's the general conclusion that was come to, and I'm happy enough with it. We do have to see those FAMAI in action though. And unfortunately, Ana-X going to be the first one to fall here. Yuli, even in the water, burning alive here. And Gabby going to get the final kill. The A1S doing the last little bit of damage. And that's 2 opening picks. Exactly the change of pace FURIA needed. But this is what we saw in round number 1. They still have to get this round over the edge.
A bit cheeky there. I love that push out from FURIA, taking that map space very early on and netting themselves 2 kills off the back of it. Now, Fluxo have to completely cut noise. But FURIA have some pretty decent control of the map, some pretty good sightlines, so there's a good chance they know that it is going to be an A pop. Now Gabby playing around pillar will get the first. Oh, cannot quite connect onto the second. I think she runs out of bullets there, but she can give the information over. Fluxo's last remaining players are dangerously low, and Gabs can clean up the site. The bomb plant not denied, but the round at the very least wrestled back into FURIA's control.
absolutely beautiful retake there. Just clearing out the angles, getting them down one by one. But bomb plant for Fluxo, that's going to be good for the money. Means that they can just buy right back into this one. FURIA not going to be allowed any sort of breathing room here. Not going to be awarded an eco. No luxury like Fluxo had. These opening duels, so important. And capitalizing off of the back of them as well.
Now we look to the next round. Obviously, with that having been the bonus, Fluxo, they're not going to be too devastated with that one. They still do have a bit of cash to invest into this. Unfortunately, yungher's still going to be down onto an upgraded pistol. Take 9 to potentially be a tip of the spear play here. Maybe get a little bit of early damage that the rest of her team could capitalize off of. Bit of util used over towards B just to try and sell a fake, but FURIA super patient, not willing to buy what Fluxo are trying to sell.
Julie, the one having a little bit of poke for some information there. Goddess going to be the next one up. Flashbang, not really going to find too much off the back of it. Gabby has to be careful. Can hear all of this utility, but doesn't see anybody just yet. There you go, there's the flash. Definitely not seeing anybody now. Caught with utility out, just managed to throw the Molotov in time, but taken down by Goddess there. Sensei is blind, and look at that in the smoke. Finds the first and trying to find some more there. Manages to take 2 down before also being dropped. And look at the health on these Fluxo players. They are hobbling. And there's one less player to deal with this. Poppins going to burn alive. And izaa closing this one out. They get onto site. No bomb plant though. And FURIA, they let the first 2 rounds slip, but they are back with a vengeance.
I mean, FURIA realized you don't want to have to try and retake on A, so best case scenario, just don't allow the bomb to get planted. No one is expecting Card to have such an advanced position there. The fact that she gets a second one is massive. It creates such a huge opening for the rest of her team, and then izaa can just come through, clean up crew, spots out heads above some of the map geometry, and it's perfect and it's clean. Fluxo now have to figure things out, back down on pistols. It was going so well for them. They really needed to build a bit more of that momentum, but unfortunately, FURIA have just stopped it in its tracks. And they've brought out the AWP on 5th round.
They do. Mid worked well for them on the pistol. They're trying to push the issue once more. They do lose a casualty on the way. bizinha, however, been diligently holding on to this, trying to find a little bit more, being careful not to be overwhelmed here and pulling in some backup. But look at that, Gabs waiting for the jump down, the help from izaa as well, and there will be no foothold found on this round. Just Goddess left now.
A little bit of damage would be ideal here. Possibly yoink a gun and run away, but FURIA, of course, very much on top of that. Not going to allow it to happen. Up to a 3rd, and FURIA will take the lead here. Fluxo now have a chance to bite back, right? Now they actually have a buy. They can get a full barrage of utility, of armor, of weaponry, everything that they need at their disposal to try and crack themselves a way in. FURIA have been playing some pretty aggressive advanced positions. Fluxo need a punish.
On the flip side of things, FURIA, they're wielding that AWP luxury that Fluxo haven't had the opportunity to choose just yet. I will be curious to see how this AWP is countered, but Julie having a look there, held at bay by the flames, and the Singe is going to be heard there, spotted out by the player in canals, but has to be careful of Gabby as well. Need to just back off. And Goddess burning alive, still wanting to go for more. This is all going to be heard by bizinha, who's getting run down, but does still manage to get one, and one with the Molotov, no less. Keeping hold of this mid, an absolute turret. And now yungher, and what's left of Julie, trying to find something, and that's yungher gone. 2 HP remains for Fluxo. Where she is.
They're expecting a little bit of that aggression early on, and they just shut it down with so much utility. The fact that somebody dies to a Molotov just says so much. You probably find they were flashed out at the same time, so just an impossible position to be in. So much value with the AWP, and this is what I was saying. Those super advanced angles that Fluxo have just not found any way of dealing with. So they try and circumvent the majority of water. They try and take that bridge push, but hey, that's where all of the utility is. That's where they've set up a really strong position. And as Fluxo try and rush through the doors, they just get absolutely mowed down.
They do, and timeout being called here from Fluxo. They've started to lose these rounds. They got the first two, but 4 in a row now lost, trying to figure out where there is a weakness that maybe they can exploit or use this round to limit test and stress test one of the sites that FURIA has been holding. Try figure out what they're playing there. This round is unfortunately not exactly what you want to be seeing come out. Tech9's not a whole lot that you can do to defend against what FURIA is running right now. And bizinha in mid once again, going to be the one to have to do so much. Gets the first, run down by Anubis, and that's a picked up weapon as well.
This time the mid-rush might actually work out. They're able to pivot over towards A, but look at the flank that's coming through water. They're going to be heading up towards A main here. The pincer could be massive. Now Fluxo, very limited utility here. They have managed to get the bomb down at the very least, but they have so many angles to cover. Now the flank does activate. Positions are known. Maybe util to come through just to deny some of the spacing for Fluxo. Try and make things uncomfortable. Anax is good for one, but immediately the rest of the players will collapse down to nothing. Somehow, however, a great clutch again from yungher. She's been stellar in these clutches.
Especially with those pistols as well, not even being awarded sometimes the luxury of upgraded weapons, but she's doing so much for the team, so much impact. And the fact that they get that bomb down, that they defend against what is a whole hail of utility as well, is brilliant to see, and that is the round that they very much need. And now they can finally pull the orb out for yungher. That's first time on this map and in this series.
She's been putting up numbers without it. See what she can do with it. Oh, car. It's just insane what she's able to accomplish. I think that's at the very least her second opening frag at the with the AWP. I'm quite certain she'll just
agreed.
Keep raking those up.
And to take down the AWP immediately. We talked about how yungher just hadn't had the opportunity to have it online. Was doing well without it, but the fact finally get it online, and it is immediately shot down in the first 20 seconds. That one is going to hurt a little bit, and it's going to make them have to reevaluate their plan for this round. As you can see, having a little bit of a poke and prod to try find somewhere that they can take some control here.
And the truly devastating part about that is yungher, I mean, we said it right, she's been such a clutch demon so far in this series. Now they know not only the player down, but they don't have the person that has been clutching their rounds for them. So they're going to have to really come out on top here. Nice catching Gabs out with just having thrown util. So bomb is going to get planted. Numbers have evened out. Down to this post plant. It has to be flawless. Anax with the swing. Good for the first. Julie not quite managing to connect. They know exactly where two of the last remaining are holed up. They have a suspicion on the last. I have to watch that sight line.
Julie has to be careful. Here's the commotion. Good for one before being dropped, but Godex and Anna stepping up. Everyone hitting their individual shots and pulling their weight. And now 4-4. The scoreboard has been tied up. And Fluxo Demons, that's a nice round for them to win. FURIA able to buy right back into this, however. But just beautifully done there. Julie managing to get one. Would have been nice to see her get a little bit more, but doing exactly what she needed to do to set up her teammates for those final couple of frags.
4 rounds left in this half. We'll see how that split goes. Wouldn't be surprised if we do end up on a 6-6 here. But FURIA in a very dangerous position economically. You can already see it's quite a broken force to come through here. Not ideal by any measure. Car still does have AWP in hand. She's had so much value with that. And this is one of the first times that they're actually just giving up mid entirely. And this time, it's yungher who's going to sit Car down. Now with Fluxo getting the first kill in the round, taking the AWP off the board, they're in with a solid opportunity to steal this round away.
I love that little nade to part the smoke there from Julie. Wasn't able to find anything initially, but there we go. There's one. Thought she had the second there, but Gabby gonna get it. Poppins, however, on the other side of the map, finding damage, finding impact, and now that B site is looking a little bit empty. Only 2 players left. And it's just izaa here to defend. Stuck in connector. And here's gunfire on both sides. Poppins a little bit jump scared by seeing izaa there, but takes her down. And now Gabby, the sole defender left. This bomb site very much not in her control. Takes down AnaX, buys herself some room to breathe, but do you attempt to go for this? Your money's not really in a great pace. I would just be trying to save and hold on to this A1S.
And I love this adaptation from Fluxo, right? Like the first few rounds, they're kind of defaulty, kind of getting some of that information and just getting absolutely decimated because they're kind of focusing on getting towards site. And then they try a couple rounds where they go super aggressive. They're like, all right, cool, we're going to fight back your aggression. And then just does not work out in their favor. This time around, however, they go, you know what? Let FURIA get antsy. Let them push us. We're going to hold these angles. And the moment they peak, we are going to put them in the grave. And it works so well for them. They come through the end of this round with 3 players left alive, wrestled back the lead. And now the question becomes, so what do FURIA do, right? Do they adapt to this now? Do they get a little bit less antsy, a little bit less overly aggressive and wait for the T's to do what T's do, which is push onto site?
Probably. It would be nice to see a change of pace for sure. Either just speed it up and try something insanely fast, or, as you said, slowing it down would probably be the more sensible option because they like to go for these early picks, this early bit of aggression. Unfortunately, just Fluxo meeting them head on with that one and winning those duels out. Poppins, we talked about the over-aggression, and I guess they are on pistol, so they want to go for it. They do get the opening kill, but Goddess just sweeping them on up, but they don't expect bizinha there. Actually, so much control taken, and they've split these T's up massively. Everyone on all corners of the maps.
The fact that the bomb is chilling towards spawn with the AWP, but it's okay because it's yungher. She gets a quick 2k for herself there. And now it's all down to Car. She doesn't have the AWP this time. Would have been the perfect opportunity to isolate yungher, but unfortunately, yungher with another 3k. The multi-kills that she's been getting so far in this series have been devastating.
That was just so smooth of a round from her. The fact that she gets both of those over towards mid there is incredible. bizinha, I love that pick, and they definitely made an expensive round for them as well. The aggression we talked about not always working out on the pistols, on those ecos, does favor them a little bit, but now we have to see them trying something different because they have the guns back out now, and we're getting towards the end of the half, and Gabby is going to get one, but falls immediately after, and Car just wants to see anything of the sight between the smokes and the flashes. Completely locked out of this, and bizinha as well can hear them but can't see anything. Bomb is going to go down. The nade softening them up nicely, but Car just trying to dodge and dance around those flames, and Poppins going to take advantage of this and take her down. izaa with another.
Retakes can be so difficult here on this A side, so bringing it down to 3 versus 3 definitely has a hand in helping it out. A great HE to clear the smoke. They will get one more for themselves now. yungher, last one left alive. She's clutched before. Can she do it again? Not this time, but no kit on board. Oh, it's going to be... Nope, she realizes there's just no time whatsoever. yungher doesn't clutch in the way that she had before, but she does just enough to buy time for that bomb to explode. 7-4. And FURIA once again sent running.
That is devastating, FURIA. It was looking so good, but just on time, of course. They haven't really had the money to invest in as many diffusers as would be necessary, but just beautifully done. The sight hold there in yungher once again. Missed shot, but it does not matter. And the rounds they've already got on the board, they take the lead at the half regardless, and they are on the T side, so that is an important lead to be having. FURIA, if they can get one more, will be very hot on their heels. And that is a beautiful opening kill from yungher, and a second. Why not double it up?
yungher is absolutely feeling herself right now on this map.
Absolutely incredible stuff, and that is the smoke that they are just going to disrespect there. Poppins jumps on through. Has just missed out on Car. Ships in the night here, and Goddess going to play the ultimate price. In fact, both of them are even. And out to 2v3. They're desperately trying to weasel out Car. They do manage to finally catch her as she's turned around, throwing that util. But Gabby On site, ready already. And that bomb doesn't end up going down. She gets Anna X, and now yungher has to clutch up one more time. Round, she gets it. That is the Tech Knight shot, and that is an 8-4 half. We will end this off on. We will see you after the break.
Oh, an 8-4 half for Fluxo, and yes, it was on their T side, but this is FURIA's map pick, and it was the one that we questioned. Was this the right call for FURIA to make? We'll see if they can mount a resurgence here, as now we swap sides, and FURIA have the chance to take the offensive.
We saw mid absolutely thoroughly abused by Fluxo on their pistol round. Actually, it's a bit of change of pace. FURIA heading on over towards that A site instead. They do have a bit of contingency over towards mid in the likes of Card, just in case, just a bit of presence and pressure. Hey, that's where they are crawling on forward to. Now, Poppins and Julie ready and waiting. This utility could be huge, but Gabby gets the first kill as well, and bizinha with the second. They're absolutely mowing them down. Gabby get a bit of an assist on their teammate as well, but an additional kill. And now yungher and Anna X, so much left to do in this round, and that bomb site is going to fall.
An incredibly quick exec to get them in and get the bomb planted, and now Anna X, last one left alive to make some magic happen here. Bomb's taken away, and she realizes, nope, There's not too much more that she's going to get done here, and she's going to hoof it. I mean, that was a fantastic 100%. And that was a really great execute, right? Like, you could see a little bit of util coming through just to try and slow it down, but FURIA was so fast, they didn't hesitate for even a moment. They hit the accelerator, and they just barreled straight through, so that util just did not connect. They ran over the few players that were on towards A, and the retake just could not happen. And you know what? Neither could the save. Gabs goes on around the world tour and will take that little bit of armor away.
What I also really love here is how they had Car positioned towards middle there and didn't do anything. Silent sleeper agent until the very end there, just came in with the backstab, securing themselves that round. And that is a beautiful way to kick this one off. A round that they very much needed. Fluxo Demons, everyone that has ever played a game of CS2 knows how it goes when you lose the pistol round on CT's side. It's not a fun time for anyone involved.
Yeah, I mean, our team's kind of 1 for 1 now on pistols. And it can really turn into a massive snowball, but that snowball can also be cut short. And we saw it with Fluxo. They won the pistol, they won the force, and when it came to the bonus, they crumbled. We'll see if FURIA struggle with the same issue. Now they've won that pistol, they're going to be allowed to force up here. And they're going for a pretty strong force, it seems, as well. We do have just a slight pause at the moment, likely something technical. So we'll get back into that as soon as possible. But we're waiting to see, you know, what these last couple of buys are going to look like for bizinha and Car. I feel like Car might just try and save for the AWP, get that out nice and early. Yeah.
Especially since they were finding quite a lot of impact. Those early opening frags were absolutely incredible from her. So it would be nice to see those coming on out once again. Maybe bizinha might be the one, has a little bit of extra cash there, might be the one that takes the L on that one to drop over and up next round, but not a clue. We shall have to find out when they buy. The suspense is killing me, I'll tell you that.
We just talk about how yungher is casually sitting on like 17 kills.
Oh yeah, just as you do.
Yeah, just like, sure, why not, I guess. She's been so good. It's very seldom that you'll see someone getting that many multi-frags so consistently. And it kind of raises a couple of points, like, okay, are they relying on her being able to do that a little bit too much? And, you know, if she's unable to do that, will things start to get a little bit rocky? But for now, they just kind of ride in the wave. You know what? As long as she keeps it up, they're going to be happy. They're going to be feeling pretty damn good.
Yeah, as you would be. And now we get a little bit of an insight into these players' lives. I'm wondering, will we get any cat cams today, Sam?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Do you know what? If my cat wanders by, I'll try and do the same. But I don't think that he will. He's chilling on the bed. You know, it's starting to like cool down here in the southern hemisphere. For those that don't know, I am not of the northern variety, and so we are heading into winter now. And he is very likely snuggled up on a blankie in the bed. Yeah,
I'm jealous. I'm in student uni accommodation. I'm not allowed pets. Ooh. I did ask my landlord, am I allowed sea monkeys? And he said, probably not. And I was like, it's hardly a pet.
Are those actually real?
Yeah, they're like these little, I think they're called like brine shrimp. They're these tiny little things, and apparently not, but
get wrecked.
We'll have to see. But unfortunately, no cat cam today because we have got a game on our hands and we are back in. And the likes of the pistols here for Fluxo just going to be running it down canals. They're fighting battles on all fronts and unfortunately losing each and every one of them. Young is able to find one, but that is a very clean anti-eco there for FURIA, only losing one person in the proceeds.
Yeah, I mean, a ton of damage done, but unfortunately damage is not quite enough. And we do have a quick update for you guys. Atrix versus KG. And Atrix have won 13-6.
Ooh, that's a solid map.
Yeah, that's I think that might be a surprisingly good map for them. But yeah, they're gonna be feeling pretty damn good about that one. Meanwhile, here over on Anubis, still on map 1, and still waiting to see if Fluxo are gonna be able to hold on to their lead, because as of right now, FURIA just cracking through them like a can opener.
That they are, and yungher's going to have to be the line of defense. A multi-kill really needed from here, but unfortunately only able to find a bit of damage. Poppins, however, stepping up to be the hero here, gets 2. And now look at the health on some of these FURIA players. They are limping, but still have the numbers advantage. That is pressure that they can apply. And Poppins, I think, might have heard the jump down there. Are they going to get the timing? Ooh, just spotted the foot. You can see her coming that one on over. Also going to jump down in hot pursuit. And car. Ooh, drive-by shooting.
She's created a little bit of an uncomfortable situation here for FURIA. How do they now respond? Fluxo, I mean, FURIA are kind of expecting a pincer, right? They're probably expecting that there's someone in towards A, so now they're fighting a battle on 2 fronts. What they don't realize is that it's a battle on 1 front. Both of these Fluxo players have got them cornered in from main. They should figure that out fairly quickly, as now they're going to start pushing into the smoke a little bit. Picks up a bit of util, picks up the bomb, runs the hell away. Going to try and get that bomb planted. They figured it out. There's nothing happening in towards the site here. And now Fluxo in for the retake. HP on their side, but unfortunately now it's all down to Yuli. Good for the first and could not connect onto the second. FURIA will take yet another round.
That is a really nice one from them. I was a little bit worried. They had those smokes, and as you said, they didn't realize they were only fighting on 1 front there, but the smokes faded as they were planting that bomb. They could have used that bit of time just to secure themselves a little bit more, but turns out didn't need it. They keep it cool, they keep it calm, they keep it collected. You've heard it 1,000 times, and they take a 7th. They are very much closing that gap that we left at the half.
One round deficit here, and an anti-eco to boot. The FURIA likely feeling very confident in their ability to even out the score lines a bit here. Bit of a flawless run in rounds. Quite a few that they've managed to string together consecutively. Now Fluxo trying to take a little bit of this map control early on. The FURIA expecting it. They're holding back. They're thinking, alright, cool, pistol round. Might be some crazy eco rush. Hasn't happened yet, so they're going to have to activate fairly shortly.
And that is the activation you were talking about. izaa with 2. It's not quite what you want from Fluxo, and they're trying to find something, but izaa sends her whole body flying towards Poppins, and that's another kill. And these last 2 players so far removed from the situation now. This round looking done and dusted. It was just an anti-eco, but the fact that 5's still alive for FURIA gives them the chance to start racking up this economy in the background. They are setting themselves up for the long game.
I see a world here where Goddess and Yuli just kind of, alright, cool, we've got a deagle, we've got some armor, just gonna chill. Maybe we get a couple of exits, maybe they run into us and we can get a few pot shots off. They want to make sure that they've got a little bit of something to take into the next matchup. Another quick update for you guys. Davina versus W7M. W7M have in fact taken the first map in that series, 13-11. So we're the only ones still on our first map here, as the rest of South America slowly move their way towards the next map in their series.
They are. And it's really sad. I can't believe this is the final week of online stages. You're gonna make me cry. Don't want to say goodbye just yet, but luckily still this map to go, potentially 2 more after this, and if this closeness of a game is anything to go by, potentially we do see all 3, but got to get their first FURIA now, starting to build up a bit of a momentum. We talked about this snowball. Will it be an avalanche for them, or just a snow cone? And yungher so good with these opening picks and so good with the AWP, but just not finding it. 2 missed shots in a row to start this round off, but is still alive and has that AWP in hand still. But Poppins burning alive. yungher gonna find one, immediately traded, but look at that. Anna X manages to find 2, try bring some semblance of balance back. Goddess running on forward, has to try pick up the pieces. izaa now low health, but Julie has to clutch this one out. Knows where one is, and I think might have spotted out Gabby as well, but as they line up, only able to find one.
Felt like there was a little bit of over-aggression towards the end of that round there. Could have tried to maybe play a little bit more for that time, extend it out a bit, let them run into your crosshair, but unfortunately maybe a bit of impatience gets the better of them. And I will say, so we were kind of singing yungher's praises earlier on, and a lot of it was because of those clutch rounds in particular. But like Gabby, for example, overtaken her now. 18 kills and followed very closely by izaa on 17. Okay, yungher's also on 17, but like Gabby has kind of quietly worked her way into the lead here, just being a strong pivot point, getting some high impact frags, and making a lot of space for Fluxo to... Oh, sorry, making a lot of space for FURIA, taking the space away from Fluxo, and allowing FURIA to now take the lead once again. It's been a minute since they had that lead. They're going to be feeling pretty darn good about that one. And again, realizing that Fluxo are probably going to be on a very, very broken sum, right? Like if they choose to force into this, which obviously we know that they have, but FURIA will realize they still have a massive advantage.
That they do. They do have to try stick their thumbs in and rip apart this advantage. However, we have seen some of these eco rounds be quite expensive, quite dangerous, but FURIA losing in that opening pick, that's not how they wanted this round to begin. Have to now pick up the pieces a little bit. Now they have sent bizinha up mid, has a lot of space to work with here, but very isolated from her team. They're actually moving on over, moving over towards B here. A little bit of presence from Goddess, but realistically, the site's looking pretty weak right now. And they've got that mid presence in bizinha to cut off these rotates. Gets the first, tries to turn and get the second. And now Fluxo, they need to figure out where they're going. They've not had anything A, so they come rushing back on over to B. And Gab's on site already. yungher, pot shots, lovely shot, up close and personal. It's point blank range. And Goddess with one of her own, and suddenly, the eco round, it's all falling apart. Car has an AWP as well to try just get this done, but that is not the weapon needed in this situation. And Fluxo, the round that they needed, finally putting one on the board this half. And what style to do it with as well, mind you.
Not the round that I thought that FURIA was eventually going to end up losing. And that, I mean, that just went from bad to worse, starting off with the kill over towards A. A beautiful shot from Yuli with the deagle at quite a range. That opens it up. And then the foresight from Fluxo to converge on mid and make sure that there are 3 players strong to take down the mid lurk. Getting her off the board meant that they had numbers advantage and they didn't lose any players in top mid either. So they come through that incredibly strong towards the end of the round. And FURIA still with a massive advantage. But unfortunately, it all comes down to one player with an AWP. And let's face it, one versus the world with an AWP. So it's a tough mountain to climb.
It is a very tough mountain to climb. And if any team could do it, it would be them. But still, it's a monumentous task ahead of them. However, we are going into a little bit of a pause right now. Tech issues in CS2 name a more iconic duo, but the wonderful production and League Up teams working hard to make sure that we bring you guys the best game possible, because we talked about this being such a hype match. And has it been living up to your expectations, Sam?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that we've kept it so incredibly close, and this is just the very first map. And some of the high-octane clutch moments that we've seen, the multi-frags, the incredibly smart plays as well, like some of the decisions that the ladies have made in those mid-rounds have been fantastic. And as I said, right, first map. And this kind of again brings into question the fact that FURIA decided to pick into this map, because I don't think that they were expecting it to be quite this close.
No, I don't think they were either. Although I said that Twitch chat maybe knew something that we didn't with that very big skew there. And who knows? I think we both picked opposite sides of the spectrum. Either of these teams could have stepped up. We haven't seen them compete against each other in a little while. And they've both been on top of their game this season. So it is exciting that we have such a killer matchup on our hands. There is no better way. There's no other way I would love to see this season end than with an all-out firefight. Both of these teams keeping it on the wire. Oh, there's an old Pikachu in the background there. No cap, but we've got a Pikachu. I'll take that.
And a mushroom, to be fair.
Oh yeah, the little the power mushroom.
Yeah. Are those trophies?
Think so. They look like them.
Sick.
I wonder what
Humble
for.
brag.
Might
They're
have
on
to
top
ask
of
at
a
some point.
keyboard? Yeah.
Could be music. Yeah, it could be music.
Could be, yeah.
Look at these players being multi-talents as well. Music and CS. Opposite ends of the spectrum there.
Oh well, we know that our ladies are exceptional, so it should come
They
as no
are.
surprise that they are multifaceted and can do wonderful things in all different spheres of life.
And lots of these women are still in study as well. They're still at school and stuff. So, you know, managing this level of CS with study, with work as well. You know, there are some people, I believe it's Emily from Team Karma in North America works as a nurse as well as running Karma, as well as playing in Karma. And so many of these players just doing so much in their lives as well. And it's awesome to get to celebrate women's Counter-Strike like this. This season has been bigger and better than I ever expected. The caliber of teams as well. And whilst we got this little bit of a break, we could say anyone out there that's considering, you know, playing and joining ESL Impact, finding a team as well, go for it. Women's CS is in an awesome place right now.
Yeah.
And it's incredible to see every season new talent coming in, bigger and better than the last.
Yeah, honestly, like, take your shot, you know? It all starts with the open qualifiers. Get some friends together and just do it. You know, whenever people ask me for advice pertaining to esports stuff, I always say, just do it. Don't get in your own head. Don't overthink it. Get some friends together. Do your best. And who knows where you may end up. And I must say, sorry, I want to bring it back to, like, the supportive parent thing. Because, like, now, I'm a bit of an esports boomer. And now my parents are pretty, you know, supportive of my career, and I love that. But when I first started out, they were very, like, skeptical. And I'm trying to imagine myself as, like, 16 to 18 years old. Like, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, I need to go to Dallas, Texas to go compete in an esports tournament for a weekend. What do you think?
I remember when I started esports, my parents were like, because I was like very much wanted to do cybersecurity, and then one day I woke up and was like, I hate maths, so encryption is going to be my worst nightmare. And I turned around to my parents and went, I want to do something with video games, and you could see the horror on their faces. But now, you know, supportive parents. My mum's all over Facebook. My mum sometimes comes and watch the ESL Impact Twitch channel as well. She'll come have a little nosy. She'll put a little heart in chat sometimes. She's on Twitter. She's on Snapchat. She's really embraced this. And you can see that with so many of the parents as well. You see them going to the events as well, repping the jerseys. You see them on Twitter supporting the accounts, supporting just their children. And it's been incredible, the level of support, not only from parents, but from the community as well. Because, like, you guys at home, you have been stellar this season. We go on and on. You know what, I'll say, I brag about the ESL Impact community. I brag about you guys. You guys are the best. You've been so supportive. You're so hype as well. And so I hope you've enjoyed this season, this journey with us as well.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we're already in season 5. And we've just gone from strength to strength. From, you know, season 1 all the way up to now, all of the international events that we've had and all of the amazing women that we've had running through this tournament, you know, over the last little while. So much skill and development, new faces, some faces that, you know, we don't really see anymore because the talent level is rising. And so it becomes that much more competitive. And to maintain that top spot, you've got to work that much harder. And I love it. I love that kind of revolving door of competition where you cannot rest your laurels for even a moment. And we get to see so many phenomenal women just being amazing. Honestly, these ladies are my role models.
Same. They are just absolutely incredible. And we're seeing the likes of, and this is one of the main things that we of course want to see come out of ESL Impact. We're seeing teams like, you know, FlyQuest Red. We're seeing teams like Nigma Galaxy going toe to toe in the general scene as well now, pushing in advanced. Yeah. We've got FlyQuest Red was playing in advanced. Ex-Nigma Galaxy, now of course you'll know them as Pigeons, have been playing in some of the really big tournaments as well. And it's been incredible to see them go on, and they're just storming through everything. And that's of course what we want to see as well, is just awesome. You said it before, these women are just inspirational. We talked last week to Sophia from Atrix, and I almost cried at that because Bokor came on afterwards and was just like, I am so proud of you. And the support and the love that is within this scene just means so much. And the fact that we're going to have to wait until October once this is all done and dusted. I don't know if I can wait that long, you know. I'm gonna have to be feeding myself, shoveling in the cash cups to try keep up with my ESL Impact addiction.
Yeah, I love seeing how much this has grown, you know, and not just for the players, right? Like the amount of new talent in terms of broadcasts that have come through, some of the women that we've gotten to see a little bit more of, you know, I think of like Blueberry and Apples and yourself, right? Like you've come through kind of quote unquote late in the ESL Impact game. So it's been really awesome to see that we have so many new women, not just on the server, but kind of satellite around just the league itself and
behind
being
the scenes.
A part of it. 100%, like, yeah.
And there's someone who we've got to shout out to, and we're probably, you know what I'll say, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. It is our wonderful producer Hedwig's birthday. She is just an absolute superstar behind the scenes. One of the sweetest, most reassuring people. I remember when I first came in to do ESL Impact, and I was a nervous wreck. And Hedwig is just the sweetest person, pulling the strings behind the scene, controlling the game feed for you guys, just killing it. So everybody, happy birthdays in chat for Hedwig, because it is going to be a late one for her today.
Happy birthday. I was going to try and say it in Swedish, and then I realized that I would butcher it. So I will do that later off stream when there aren't hundreds of people watching and listening. Yes.
I'll left with you. I could probably do it in German, but again, I don't want to accidentally fumble this one and it be immortalized forever. So
I mean, I could do it in Afrikaans because I actually speak that language, but no one would know, and that, you know, it's kind of pointless. So,
you should, because I feel like we've got a little bit of an extended break. Go on, give us something.
Okay. Gelukkige verjaarsdag.
It's such a beautiful language.
Is
beautiful language. I love it. It's up there. It's in my top 5 favorite languages, but I'll be honest, nothing beats Swahili. Swahili is just such a...
What?
Oh, Swahili is a beautiful language. I started learning it on Duolingo a while ago.
Huh. You know what? I'm currently learning Japanese on Duolingo because I love that language, you know. There's a lot of incredible languages. And do you know, I actually want to Google this because now that we're talking, well, not Google, but like I want to check just how many languages are spoken in ESL Impact, because obviously, so we've got players from the US, which is majority English speaking, right? We've got from Canada, so we've got French Canadian, who they will speak like but that's like a specific dialect of French, because then we've also got I am blanking. Oh, this is embarrassing. FlyQuest.
FlyQuest are, I think they're mostly I'm trying to remember what the nationalities are.
No, the Orpa. Oh my god, I hate myself. Yes, Kaude, thank you. She's
Kaude
also French. Yes, but she's like actual French and not like French Canadian.
Their coach as well, Münster, is Romanian.
There you go. Like, we've got a lot of languages across the entirety of ESL Impact. But sorry, guys, you're not going to get to listen to us waffle much longer, because we are unfortunately going to have to throw it to a bit of a break. And when we return, we should have the conclusion of Anubis. So please, guys, bear with us as we sort out these tech issues, and we'll see you in just a moment.
Every time I look at you, ooh, there can be no mistake. I've got my ways out of time. Where you gonna run? 'Cause you love the games that I play. I'll be so cold, I'll lead you into the fire. Think by now you should know you're going. You know that I'll see it coming. I'll break your soul slow. I think we both know you're going down. Have you had enough? I'm taking you so down. Yeah. You should get it up. You're going down. You know that I'm taking you so down. Yeah. I'll never stop. You know you're going
I don't wanna get wrapped up on people who don't wanna follow me. They can just do their thing and then I do mine. It's a free country. If I take away everything I value, people gonna value me. Only if I'm real and I feel what I want when I want and I feel like me. You take what you want, but you never take me. You take what you want, but you never take me. You take what you want, but you never take me. You take what you want, but you never take me. Tomorrow we will rise.
Welcome back, wonderful people. We've had a little bit of a break, but as you can see, we've got everyone back in the server. Sorry about the wait, but we wanted to make sure that everything was fine and dandy and up to code so that we could bring you the best game possible to close out this online group stage. The Clash of the Titans, we left you on 9-9, and that is where we will pick you back up. And it is a full out gun round for both of these teams.
Let's see who's going to retake the lead here. It's been a little back and forth so far. Neither one being able to hold on to that lead for terribly long. Ooh, yungher, the timing on that one would have been amazing if she could have spotted that out, but instead opt to retreat as now there's a little bit of pressure across the map. Oopsie. Oh, that was a counter. Bro, for a second there, I thought that she had like completely whiffed that, but no, it was just like a counter smoke. We're fine, we're fine.
Phew.
Yeah,
We've seen a couple
saved.
today. But there we go, throwing utility between them, trying to keep hold of this site. Now they see the utility raining on down around them. And izaa stuck now in connector, waiting for those flames to die out. And the rest of her team coming on through main. Now there's a lot of Fluxo players. Now there's one less on site, two less even, as Gabby and bizinha both get their picks. And Goddess just going to fall on back here. Might not be worth the risk. I think that might be the call to save already made.
Yep. Very early call, but I mean, look at their money. They can't really afford to lose any weaponry here. ANUBis has still got a bit of cash in the bag, but it's not a whole hell of a lot. You don't want to take that risk unnecessarily, so pull back. Live to fight another day, particularly because we are getting closer and closer to map point. And FURIA realized it, and it looked like they might even be going for a bit of a hunt here. There's a world. Nah, they just retreat.
Probably for the best, their own money. Not exactly in a position that they're going to be wanting to be rebuying any of these weapons. Fluxo, 3 left alive, can buy for 2. Should be able to scrape together a decent enough buy to contest this next round. But FURIA are going to be happy with themselves taking the lead once again, but it's been a bit of a game of cat and mouse between the two of them. And at some point, someone's going to have to break this stalemate.
So with that save, Fluxo are going to be able to still bring through a decent buy into this one. Not ideal, but still very workable. An opener here would be the game changer, and there it is. Yuli taken off the board. They now have control of the bridge, and they're pushing their way in through mid. A few Molotovs to slow them down. And ANUBis is going to hold the line, but they've done what they needed to do. They got that opener. They've installed one player to be able to catch out any rotations. And now they can chill for a moment and reassess.
They can. They've actually got a surprising amount of map control here, FURIA. They've got a bit of space over towards mid. Actually, a lot more than they realize they have. And they've got control of the whole of the center of this map. Gabs is going to be flashed off, and it's going to be an aggressive push here from the Fluxo Demons, but it's actually going to backfire, and Anarex is going to fall, and that is another player in the favor of FURIA. Another advantage for them. They're going to peel back over towards A. They head, but I think maybe the read has been spotted here. They've not heard anything over towards that B site in a while, so they're going to go join up with Goddess.
Potential for a pincer here from FURIA is massive. yungher, it's that first kill to open things up a little bit, and now they've actually got a more workable situation. They've spotted out that late lurk. They're going to try and slow that down and try and deal with the players on site first. However, they've managed to cross over. So 3 players strong on the site for FURIA. Fluxo have to make miracles happen. yungher taking so much damage, and this time she will be denied the clutch. And it's another fantastic round from FURIA, all the way up to 11.
Nice position to be in here. 1 away from map point. Of course, this is their map pick. We talked about it maybe being a little bit of an interesting one that we haven't seen them play a whole lot. We also did say we wouldn't be seeing them pick it if they didn't have something up their sleeves. It turned out individual brilliance and prowess and some absolutely stellar executes will be what we're seeing now. A timeout, the final one for regulation being called here for Fluxo Demons. They will get no extra chance to take this 30 seconds breather until and if we go to overtime. I do wonder what they are chatting about here. Probably trying to formulate a plan to keep FURIA away from map point for as long as possible.
Yeah, unfortunately for Fluxo, I mean, again, looking at that cash, sure, the save 2 rounds back has allowed them to just kind of tide themselves over a little bit longer. But if they lose this round, yes, it's lost streak bonus and they will have to force up, but it's not going to be good by any measure. And it's map point for FURIA. So whatever Fluxo have up the sleeve now has got to pay off. And so far, FURIA have been running circles around them. They've only managed to pick up a scant couple of rounds on this half so far.
And they're not even able to run the AWP as much as we saw them do over on that CT side. Actually, maybe choosing not to T-side AWP it on this map can be a little bit hit and miss. As we saw Car so hot on it, lots of opening picks. The other side, yungher, we saw stellar stuff coming out from on their T side. A little bit quieter these past couple of rounds. Now they are going on the offensive once again, taking this proactive approach, trying to reclaim this map. You have to be careful because right above them, people are lurking. But Poppins, beautiful angle, but not quite able to confirm the kill. Anarex with the trade, however, going for a little bit more. It's Messi and it's Gabby that's going to win that one out.
That's crazy to me how patiently FURIA play that. Most of them are just chilling in spawn, waiting for Fluxo to get in their own heads. And now yungher again, uncharacteristic shots missed. And she's unable to hold the line. FURIA play that perfectly. Full control of the B-bomb site now, and Fluxo forced to save, I guess. Yeah, like, there's not much more to be done here. I'm flabbergasted.
This is certainly shaping up to be an interesting half. And they're struggling to find these opening picks. And as you said, it's not even necessarily an overwhelming firepower. They're just sending 1 or 2 people out, having a bit of a poke and a prod for those opening kills. The rest of them just happy to sit back and, you know, wait for somebody to maybe push main. They're just happy to sit back and let the opening duo do their thing and then let the execute fly. That's map point.
I'm still reeling at how FURIA played that. 3 players playing so chill, waiting for Fluxo to get a little bit antsy, take aggressive contact, and then just shut them down. And to be fair, that could have gone horribly. Like, if Fluxo win those duels, if they get those 2 opening kills and it's 5 versus 3, that could all fall apart for FURIA. So a lot of faith placed in their ladies, and it pays off. Last chance saloon here for Fluxo to keep themselves alive. 3 rounds back-to-back is what they need to take us into OT. And again, FURIA, patient, slow. Fluxo, however, this time around, not going to take the bait.
That nade gonna soften a couple of these players up, and Goddess just gonna fall back. Go retreat and regroup with teammates. Actually, just gonna be holding this from afar. Maybe a little bit of an interesting angle here. But FURIA, they are going to push on to this A site now. Player disadvantage looming on over them, but they have the round buffer. They still have plenty to work with here, and izaa going to get the equalizing kill. Make that a double it and give it to the next, and maybe it's the next map is where that is going. And Gabby flashed off the angle, but manages to escape with their life here. Another flashbang, and they've got to try and retake that bomb going on down. And Gabby gets the first. Poppins with one more, but runs out of bullets, and it's izaa to close out this map. And that is FURIA taking their own map hit, going 1-0 up, taking themselves one step closer to Dallas.
Definitely a lot closer, I think, than what they would have wanted. But hey, a win is a win. And that is all that they are worried about. So yes, they will take their own map pick and they'll put it in their back pocket. And they'll be looking towards the next.